beloved, sit with me for a while. Come away, my beloved, I'll teach you how to fly. Come away, my beloved, I am always here. Come away, my beloved, my presence is near. There's nothing I require from you, nowhere to go, and nothing you must do. I just want to be with you. Let go of your fear. Come away, my beloved. Let your mind be clear. Come away, my beloved. Listen to my voice. Come away, my beloved. Let this be your choice. There's nothing I require from you, nowhere to go, and nothing you must do. I just want to be with you. There's nothing I require from you, nowhere to go, and nothing you must do. I just want to be with you. Oh, my beloved, my beloved. Oh, my beloved.
I invite all of us to take 3 deep, conscious breaths. Not the short breath, the deep, contemplative breath. Not the breath of exasperation, not the breath of fear. The deep, conscious breath that takes us to the center of our being. The center that holds beyond all of our personal life events and world events. The center that holds. We breathe into that center, known by many names: the kingdom of heaven, the river of life, the I am. This is the center from which the healing flows. The words we speak, the thoughts we think, the feelings, the emotions. When we know ourselves truly enough, when we wake up enough, we begin to know the difference. When our thoughts and feelings are coming from fear, and when our thoughts and feelings are coming from the center of the trueness of who we are. It is from this center where we will create our heaven on earth. All other things are created from places of fear. This is the place that we are witnessing now on the planet. We know who we are. We know what we are. Corbin knows what we are. We are the light. We know that we are the light when we live from the center of our being. Even when we don't feel our light, the light lives always in the center. I invite you to take another deep breath, and as we go into a few moments of silence, I invite each one of us to know ourselves as the light, and to invite the wisdom and peace of your center to express even more powerfully and more fully. We give ourselves over to revealing the light that we are. We give any fears or sadness over to the light that we are. We redeem the light that we are. We bring it forward. Some of us may feel that we've done all we can to bring all the light that we can, and Spirit is saying, go deeper. There's more light to discover in who you are. You're not done yet. So, in those moments when we want to quit, those moments when we want to just go away to a place where there's no worries, that place is within you. Don't quit now. Your light is ready to burst forth so magnificently you will not be able to contain it. It has to come forth. Stop trying to hold it back. So we breathe into that. We breathe into that divine idea for our entire human family and all life on this planet. We breathe into that light, knowing that we are surrounded by heavenly presence in many forms. Some we see and some we are not yet able to see. All is well. Beyond all appearances, all is well. beyond all world events, all is well. Beyond all of our fears, all of our concerns, the destined growing light is within us, already shining within us. So we match our light with what the world most needs. You've all been called, and this morning I invite you to answer in your own heart that you're willing to reveal and redeem the light more powerfully within you, within me, within our world. And we give great thanks for the willingness to say yes. We say, so it is, and so we let it be. And if yes or amen fits into your languaging right now, then let it be yes. Whew. Okay, y'all, let there be light. There's the light, and there it went. Okay, there it is again. So somebody caught me in the hallway this morning and said, I don't think I can be here because the tears are flowing. I said, what better place to be? A place where we can laugh and have tears all at the same time. I don't know about you, but that's been my week.
Yep.
Tears, joy, happening all at the same time. Last night was indicative of where I am right now. I was channeling my father, who is the remote king of the universe. He would watch about 7 or 8 different channels at the same time, going back and forth. So last night for me, I only had 2 channels. One was one of my favorite films, actually. It's called A Time to Kill. With McConaughey. It's an extremely important film, I think, in the world. So I'm watching A Time to Kill.
You want to watch in Florida?
No. I was watching the film A Time to Kill, and then on the other channel was Mr. Megorium's Emporium. Do y'all know that movie? That's one of my favorite movies. And that's my life right now, going back and forth between let's just see the magic to there's going to be some hard dilemmas in the world to figure out what is the perfect outcome in the hardest of times. That's what A Time to Kill is. The hardest dilemmas in making the right decisions in the hardest dilemmas. And then on the other hand, Mr. Megorium and the magic of the toy store. That's my life right now. I want to see the magic, and I'm also seeing the incredible dilemmas. And so what perfect time to be on this topic of revelation and redemption. You know, it's out of our series based on Deepak Chopra's book, The Third Jesus, and a section in that book in which he called the teachings of Jesus the gospel of enlightenment. Deepak Chopra thought or thinks that the teachings of Jesus may have been tampered with a bit.
You think?
And so he goes in deeply to the scriptures and extrapolates what he feels is a kind of roadmap to waking up, a kind of roadmap to being that light that Corbin already knows about. Don't you love that?
Mm-hmm.
Lizzie, too? He already knows that a really important word, light, has something to do with his value and his importance and his beingness. His whole face lights up when he says the word light. Let's practice that.
Light!
Okay, the last class is this week on the Third Jesus, this Tuesday. So even if you haven't been to the other classes, you are welcome. Jesus taught, this is Deepak Chopra's words, Jesus taught about the importance of direct experience. Sounds like unity. To be in the presence of Spirit yourself and to be affected by it personally. So again, we can read about it. That's lovely. We can watch the DVDs. We can think about it, ponder it, contemplate it. And until we have a personal experience with this divinity that we are, we don't really have it yet. You've got to have an experience. It can be a millisecond, and you've got the experience, and then that seed grows. It's the most fabulous thing. So we want to let ourselves feel the allness of what's going on. So let's take a deep breath. To feel the allness of what is going on. That's me. Last night, I didn't want to feel all the allness of what was going on, so I watched Mr. Megorian's Emporium, the magic store. But I also have to give myself over to feeling the allness of what's happening. To feel what the children are feeling, to feel what our human family is feeling, to feel what this congregation is feeling. We have to feel it in order to shift it. Here's the deal, though. We can't stay lost and trapped in the fear, or in the anger, or in the confusion. So here we are at Unity. And I've heard from several of you of how hard it's feeling. And I keep reminding you, and I hope nobody wants to slap me, but this is what I keep saying. This is why we practice. This is why we practice going to the center of our being and knowing our magnificence. So when hard things happen, we don't spiral out and lose ourselves. We spiral in to the center. And feel our oneness with all life. And that's not an easy thing to feel right now. When you give yourself over to oneness, you're going to feel it all. And our human family is very skilled at not feeling it all. So this is the practice. Let ourselves feel the allness of what's happening. And that includes the bigger picture, and that's the good news.
Yes.
If you are affiliated with any group like Unity, any group like the Buddhist group that Marlene and David lead, if you're affiliated with any group like that, you are reaching for the highest perspective in the midst of the deepest, darkest concerns. So that's what we do. So we let ourselves feel the allness and we open to the next highest thought and action. So the gospel of enlightenment includes all of these aspects of what Deepak saw in the teachings of Jesus and how it could help us wake up. Today we're talking about revelation and redemption. So, revelation simply means the revealing, the unveiling. You ever been to an art exhibit where there's a special exhibit of a sculpture or a painting? Like when I saw the Picasso exhibit years ago in New York, there was an unveiling of it in a ceremony of the painting Guernica. There's an unveiling to show us what's beneath, the revealing. And it seems to me, in my own life and for all of us, that we are being revealed. In spite of our efforts to keep our light hidden, we are being revealed. We are being revealed to ourselves if we're paying attention in our meditation, in our prayers, in our thoughts, in our insights, in our awareness, in our moments, our aha moments. That's what knowing ourselves is about. We are revealing ourselves to the world as the light. We uncover something. So here we are in the book. I want to read just a few things to you because, you know, I don't know why I think I could say it any better than Deepak does. So, he says, Jesus was more than wise. He received direct knowledge from God, his source of secret wisdom. And to this day, most Christians consider this connection that Jesus had unique. Let's ponder that. That most, he's saying most Christians, I don't know. I don't talk to, you know, to all the Christians, but I know what I feel, I know what I see. And it seems that there are still those among us in the world who feel that that unique connection with Spirit was only for a few. Yet across many cultures, Deepak says, direct knowledge is a mark of higher consciousness. All thinking happens in the mind, yet the closer you get to the mind's source, the more your thoughts are like revelations. You begin to know the difference. You know the difference in your thoughts. When you're having a thought revealed to you that comes to you out of the blue. It comes to you as an unsought idea. You are the recipient of an awareness, a knowing. That's what revelation is. What is being revealed in intuition or deep awareness? What's being revealed is the nature of the soul and the higher self. So when we talk about revelations, you know, I studied revelations a lot in my former life. Now I realize that each one of us, you and I, we are the revelation. We're the revelation. We're the revelation of light in the world. That's what's going on. And all of us, me included, we're still deciding if we want to know that. Deepak. He goes on to say, the soul journey is often masked or misunderstood. The journey of revelation progresses by clearing away an obstacle to the truth every day. We have obstacles to the truth of who we are, and so every day we practice uncovering and revealing. He says that the Gnostics, you know, the group that Jesus was a part of, the Essenes, that they were all about each individual being their own revelation and redeeming themselves. That doesn't sound like what I was taught in my former life. So let's see if that was right. Did I read that right? The Gnostics were all about redeeming yourself. And here, Deepak sees that Jesus declared that the path is completely open. Through knowledge and love, the only obstacles being those that you raise yourself. So the path is completely open. The light that we are is completely free to express. And it's not God putting up the obstacles. It's somebody else. Okay. So, then, here's a part I want to be sure to read to you. The Gnostic movement was based on personal revelation. It triggered suspicion from the official church, which was threatened by revelations that could happen to anyone, regardless of religious beliefs or cultures. Therefore, Gnostic beliefs like these were condemned by the church. But seen in the light of higher consciousness, what Jesus says is undeniable. Anyone who reaches God consciousness will experience revealed truth. But the church, we love them because it was us. We are the ones who helped design the world. We'll talk about that another time, but the idea is we are revealing ourselves into the world as the light. But we are so adorable, we're going to talk ourselves out of it in a lot of fun and interesting ways. But the more we wake up and know ourselves, that's what all the great masters said. Know yourself, reveal yourself, express what's in there. If you hold it back, then that's not going to be a good thing. In the book of Thomas, Thomas said, if you release that which is within you, it will save you, and if you do not release it, it will kill you. How many of you know a laser can heal and kill? Hey, now think about that. You and I have the greatest power in the universe within us. We're going to call it light. You can call it love. You can call it God. You can call it spirit. We have that within us. And when we express it, it heals the world. When we don't express it, it kills the life within us. Redemption is to see wholeness. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, we shall all be changed. Oh, what sermons I've heard from that. In Mr. Megorium's Emporium, One of the characters, Natalie Portman, she looks at the accountant, this really stiff guy, this accountant. He's no fun. He doesn't even know how to play, and he's in a toy store. And she looks at him and she says, "Do I have a sparkle?" And the accountant says, "A what?" She says, "A sparkle. You know, do I sparkle?" And she says, "You know, a sparkle, something reflective of something bigger trying to get out." Look around you at the sparkle. Something bigger trying to get out.
Sparkle. Sparkle.
I just want to speak to all of our higher selves right now. So anything else, tell it to go take a nap. Tell your fear and anxieties to go take a nap. Tell your frustrations and your concerns and your confusion to go take a nap. They'll be back. You may have noticed they don't go away altogether. You have a divine revelation and insight. You are the light of the world. All is well. And then the phone rings. Or there's another TV report. There's another NPR report. There's something that you have to take a deep breath, and then there's a decision to make. The decision is always, will I access the center and express the light that I am, or will I tumble over into the fear? For me, it is very helpful to have someone in my life to help me remember when I lose my center. I have other individuals in my life, you, my community, we help each other to remember. Yesterday I collapsed in tears. I just had to let it go so I could be here today with you. And so that I could say something that would stir in all of us this idea, this commitment, this willingness to surrender to the light. Because many in our species are wanting to surrender to the fear. Do we know all the answers on a practical level? Not yet. Do we know the one true spiritual answer? Absolutely. And in my former life, I would tell you that answer is Jesus. In this life, I tell you the answer is to be the same light that Jesus is.
Amen.
And that is one of the trickiest callings in the world. And it's the only calling, and it's come to all of us. You know, some people say to me, "Oh, you were called to ministry?" I say, absolutely. And so are you. You may not call it ministry, but that's what it is. Show up and be the light. David's spiritual teacher used to say, just show up and be the Christ no matter what it looks like. Piece of cake. Show up and be the light no matter what it looks like. And that's our practice and that's our calling. Why is it so important? The light is revealed as you. You're the revelation. And what is redeemed in that? All of life. All of life is redeemed in that awareness. The scriptures say, all of creation is groaning and travailing, waiting for the manifestation of the sons and daughters of God. Not all of creation is groaning and travailing, waiting for Jesus, or Buddha, or Krishna, or the right president, or the right economy, or the right national relationship. All of creation is groaning and travailing, waiting for the manifestation of the light that we are. Isn't that simple? Isn't that simple once you get it?
Yep.
The idea, though, is of how do you express the light in the right and perfect way, in practical terms. We can't even open up to what the practical steps are until we let go of our need to hold on to the fear. I'm preaching to myself. I don't care if you're here. So let's take a deep breath. The revelation is you are the light revealed in the world. The redemption is you are helping to save and redeem the world because you say yes to being the light.
That's what we came here for.
That's what we came here for. So we take a deep breath. This is who we are, this is why we've come, and it's the hardest of times to be talking about it, it seems. We breathe into this light for the children, for ourselves, for our whole human family, for all the world. We don't know all the practical steps. We don't know all the practical answers. But we do know that we've been designed, ordained, and destined to be the light of the world. So we might as well start right here, right now, expressing in a more powerful way this divine idea. We give thanks for all those who went before us, who taught about the light, who invited us into the light. We give thanks for all people everywhere, all cultures, all religions, anyone, the essence of their faiths that call them to the light. So today we practice being the light and seeing the light in one another, and we give thanks for this. So it is, and so we let it be. Namaste.
Namaste. Oh. You can tell it.